Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back. It's lights, camera, action. It's Make Our World Your Runway. You know, this is the weekly show that interviews the most fascinating individuals from the world of modeling, fashion, beauty, business, and even the entertainment industry. But before we begin with our announcements, we always want to thank all the sponsors that make this show possible. And that's Lasky Architect, Lux Salon, Margaritaville at Sea, 100 Successful Women in Business, the Global Trade Chamber, Transmedia. We also have the Bangladesh American Chamber of Commerce, Vida Fashions, and our newest SP Fashion Direct, LLC. And as always, we have an exciting show planned for you today. But before we begin, we do like to make a few special announcements. And we want to tell all our viewers, remember to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can see all the shows from Make Our World Your Runway and Success Stories. And I highly recommend that our viewers do turn into success stories because this show features the most amazing women from the world of business and community service. Many of these women came from humble beginnings to successful entrepreneurs, and these women will totally inspire you. And get ready for some exciting conferences, speakers, and awards as 100 Successful Women in Business and the Global Trade Chamber come to a city near you. And right now, we're calling all successful women in business because it's time to shine a light on your achievements. Nominate yourself or a colleague for a chance to be honored at our special awards dinner gala in Las Vegas, October 23rd to the 26th. Let's come together to honor the impactful women in business and community service. Remember to claim the well-deserved award. You need to be present in Las Vegas at the awards dinner gala to receive this award. Nominate yourself or a colleague for the 2024 reception award ceremony. There will also be networking, conferences, business expo, fashion show, and Make Our World Your Runway will be going there live. So for all the information, please visit our website at www.100swb.com for complete information. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to our show. I am so very honored and excited to have this guest in the studio today. He's performed many times for the Miss International World Pageant, and once again, he is coming back. He is the talented, the amazing, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the Steven Avi, one of the greatest violinists in the world today. Steven, welcome to Make Our World Your Runway.
I first have to give thanks to you, Angie, and also to Smita, and also everyone in Miss International World and all of the programs you ladies do, especially this program you're doing for women in Las Vegas. I just heard about this today, actually, before coming in, and just want to say I know that you both inspire many women to do what they do in to the next level, to empower women because they make our society and they give us life. That's why I'm here today.
Oh, I like that. When you said women give us life, that's
They
great.
do.
Yeah. And I have to thank the Global Trade Chamber and 100 Successful Women in Business for having me go to Las Vegas with them. So
Amazing.
it's another way to empower women. And you being part of our event is definitely a way of empowering
Amazing.
women. So I thank you for that. But
By the way, before we get started, by the way, speaking of women, the woman that gave me life, it was her birthday yesterday.
okay, your mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mama, happy birthday.
Cumpleaños.
She's wonderful.
Oh,
I
she's the
love.
best.
Oh, she's the best. I love her. When she calls me up, I go, "Hi, Mom. How you doing?" You know. And you know it's so fun.
Call her mom too.
I call her mom because I'll tell you why.
Tell me why you call her mom.
And I explained to her.
My mom only.
I just lost my mom in May, so I said to her, I
Yeah.
said, "Mom, you got an adopted daughter." She said, "No problem." She said, "This is what your mother said to me." She said, "No problem." I said, "So, Mom, I need another mom," so that's why I call her Mom. But she's wonderful.
I did not hear. She did not tell me about that part. Well, of
She's-
course.
Yeah, she's a wonderful lady. Yeah, and she's with you 100%.
Oh yes, yes. Well, if it's you, then definitely it's an exception, of course. I'll share my mother.
Yes, your mom, it's an exception. So anyway, tell us about all the wonderful things you've done and what you're doing. And
Listen, I'm tired of talking about the things I've done before because I'm looking so much I'm looking forward to what I'm going to do in the future, and it's so much. But in terms, just to give a quick generalized resume of what I've done. So I started doing 4 years of youth orchestra when I was a little baby. I started at 7 years old doing classical music, doing a lot of Bach, doing a lot of Paganini, doing a lot of you name it. I did it. And I did it first chair. I did it as a soloist. I did it in competition. I still have awards from it. And I told myself, from the moment that I decided that I wanted to take up the violin at 6 years old, that I want to do something different with the instrument. So I love playing my acoustic instrument, but everyone knows me from my electric one because it has the lights. It's fancy. It's modern. So I wanted to mix the modern with classical music. So I'm in the studio right now. I'm making more and more music. And last year, thanks to these ladies over here, we did so much with my event last year, which was 11/11.
Yes.
We're gonna do another one real soon, but I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But I will say I just recently did a song with the amazing Matt Stuntman, the original creator, producer, and the voice of I Like to Move and Move It. We just performed at our concert at the Hard Rock, and we just released our song called Pape. And get ready for another one that we did. We did another song, so get ready. So I have just so much, and I'm doing a lot more, collaborating a lot more, and I'm going to the studio after this. So I'll say that. So I don't stop. So I want to say this for the people that are watching, and because a lot of people, when a lot of people that do interviews, when they say, hey, can you give a last message for the people that are inspired to do something with an instrument? And I say this, I want you to be inspired. I want you to have a drive. I want you to love doing this. But the thing is, do you really want to do this? Not because I want to discourage you, but because I want you to know for yourself. I want you to understand yourself. Do you really want to do this? Because before I came here, I was doing scales. And it wasn't the fun way. It was the...
like me.
And then later you put some vibrato. You put rhythms. Then you invent a lot of things. You do octaves, you do tenths, you do thirds, you do sixths. Do you really want to do that? Ask yourself, do you really have the dedication? Do you have what it takes? Because it's not just working a lot, it's working smart. So it's putting the time as well as knowing how to manage your time, as well as knowing how to do this correctly. So for me, listen, I'll say it like this because it's not a secret. So for me, it's scales, something technical, so I have all these books on doing the techniques, and then I work on something. You could honestly invest, now not waste time, but invest in time and just work on Bach, because that is it's something religious. If you understand Bach, whether it's no matter what instrument you play, if you're just studying him, it's just a religious thing, really, and it is taking the time to do that. But besides that, it is important to have connections, to know. It's important who you know, not just what you know. So what you know, honestly, there's a point, honestly, where you're at a certain level where people know you, the industry and your area, your state knows you, a few states know you, a few countries know you, and really you have to ask yourself, where do you go from here? So if that's your stage right now in this industry, even if for modeling, you have to ask yourself, where do I go to from here? And who you know, as well as what your resources, as well as sometimes investment, what is your budget, if that's what it requires. It all counts. It's just a mix of everything.
Oh my God, what a story. You just inspired me, and I remember that. You know, when you say you have to ask yourself, what is it you want to do? And do you want to go to the next level? When I was performing, okay, and you know, I studied at the Juilliard, okay. I was trained in opera, okay. I was operatic trained for 10 years. And I used to hear the people do the scale, okay? And you'd hear, gee, 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 gee. And I'm like, okay, where's the vibrato in this? Where's the like, gee, 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 okay? So now you just inspired me to get all the here. Max is over there laughing, I know. But so, and you know, and then you'd hear somebody, you know, try to do the beginning of Phantom of the Opera. And you'd sit there and go, they're like, angel of music, guide and guardian. I'm like, where is that? Angel of music, guide and guardian. Now, I said, and I would tell them, now we're putting force behind this. But you're right. You have to tell yourself, okay, if I'm going to do this and I'm going to be in Phantom, I'm in front of all these people, I better really put some vibrato into it, okay? So you just inspired me to do that because I've never done that on the show. So now people are going to know how talented you are and that I could sing. And do you know, I one day said to my husband, I said, I'm going to do a song from Phantom and I'm going to have Steven play it for me. Either All I Ask of You, because now that would inspire me to really feel like I am back in that play, okay? And when you said you have to know where you're going, that was my goal in life, to be in that play. And I got there. And I got there in a very strange way. I had gone on an interview for Disney World, and I followed everything that they wanted. And the producer said to me, you've got the most beautiful voice I've heard. He says, but you're really not what I'm looking for. And I was like, okay, what are you looking for? So, you know, sometimes when you go on an audition, they tell you don't get discouraged, but you do get discouraged. I walked out of that studio, and a very good friend of mine said, Angela, they're auditioning, he said, Phantom of the Opera today, understudy. He says, that's it, I'm going home, I've had it. He said, go. He said, I have a feeling about this. I said, okay. So I went over there, and I auditioned. And by the time I got home, they were calling me to tell me I was one of the understudies. And when Sarah Brighton did not want to do the East Coast tour, I jumped in. I did it. So you're right. You have to know what you're doing, where you're going, and it's the connections you have, and sometimes you have to be in the right place with the right people.
Absolutely, and I think it's quite a challenge for us because maybe you're different, but because you never know. But we're not Nepo babies, you know. We're not. My daddy's not Will Smith, you know. My daddy's not Sylvester Stallone, so we don't have that. So we have to fight a lot more, you know. So if you don't come from that, that's fine. But we have to fight a lot more. That is the one thing that each artist has to understand. Each
Exactly.
model has to understand. Whatever you're doing, you have to understand is that we have something against us.
Yes, absolutely.
We have to be better than them in that way. So I remember one person told me a long time ago, you know, these famous people you meet, you know, they're not better than you. They're just better at booking than you.
Exactly. Yeah. See, we're on the same wavelength. And I've always, you know, years ago when I was coming up the ranks, and my cousin Anthony, we had what was called telethons, you know, like the Jerry Lewis telethon, the Easter Seals telethon. We knew we were not going to get paid for it, but a lot of the big stars were on there, and they used to give up their salary for the charity. But we went because we figured if someone heard us and we could open up then for a big act, and then we become the big act, why not take the chance? So we did just that. And I'll never forget one time with the Easter Seals telethon, they changed my time. And I said, no problem. When I got there, they said, okay, they said at 12 midnight, we're going nationwide, which was now 9 o'clock in California, so it was going prime time, and it was a Saturday night. They looked at me, they said, and by the way, you're going to be the opening act for Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, hold it. I said, you got somebody else that wants to do this? I said, well, he's coming from California. We're gonna zoom you in. I'm like, you sure you want me to open up for Frankie Valli? But that was a career break for me, because now Frankie Valli was listening to me, and he was, in fact, when he heard me sing, he even said, let her do another song. He said, so that was the beauty part of that. And then before you know it, I was playing the cruise ships, I was playing Atlantic City, I was playing Vegas, and then of course the ultimate goal was Phantom of the Opera. So you're 100% correct in everything you're saying.
But I want to say, I think that for you is just a testament now, just what type of career you've had, and honestly, I'm a little bit jealous. But I'm a little bit because I like what I have. I like what I have. So I just say a little bit.
Say a little bit, but you want to know something? The career I've had, you're going to surpass me in that career. You're going to be, you know.
Frankie Valli, he's only doing karaoke nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays, I know. But back then, he was the star. And he came from the same state I was from. That's why they called the movie Jersey Boys, because, well, he was from...
He's not from Jersey?
Frankie Valli, yeah. He's from like Somerville, New Jersey. He's up there near that Newark area. That's where he was from. Yeah. And I was from Bergen County. So he was Union County, I was Bergen County. So he's the original Jersey boy, okay? There was a lot of people that came out of Jersey, but he was the biggest, okay? He made it, and, you know, he had an unusual voice. Can't take that away from him.
Absolutely.
That falsetto that he had was unbelievable, and he was just amazing, you know, and he had a rough life, listening
Oh,
to the story?
very. No, with his daughter. No, that's too much. That's too much. I can't even get into it.
Yeah, I don't even know how he went on to perform, okay? But he did, and you know, he had a lot of trouble in his personal life. But when he was on that stage, he was electrifying. You didn't know it. And there he was, and the movie comes out on him, Jersey Boys, and that's a career.
Oh yeah.
That is definitely a career. Yes, you're gonna follow in those footsteps.
But you know, I say this. Speaking of that, because we were talking about like the things that I've done and what you have done. So something very similar, similar experience happened to me in May. So I had a big gala in May. I was hired for, and you know who comes in the rehearsal? K. Money Marley, the son of Bob Marley.
Oh my God, Bob Marley's one of my favorites, beyond his time.
Listen, he hears me play a little bit, and he says, "Do you want to play with me? We're gonna play. We're gonna play One Love."
Oh, my song, One Love.
We practice One Love, and he says, "You know what? I want you to have my number and call and text me and to make sure I get it." So after the show, which by the way it blew up, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you're that guy that played with K. Money Marley," and he texted me. He said, "I love what you did within the show. We're definitely gonna keep in touch." So I have not only did I play with him, I have his number.
Oh my
texted me.
God. Oh, that's a beautiful story, and that's amazing because I loved Bob Marley. And Bob Marley, I felt, was ahead of his time. Another person that had a rough life coming out of Jamaica. And then before you know it, he had a condo in Miami. He worked himself. I love that song, One Love. And the other one I like, Do You Feel Love? Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, they performed that night too.
Oh, I love that song. Every time I'm on the cruise ship, I tell him, please put a Bob Marley song on.
But you have to hear the way that K. Money sings it because he has a very rougher voice.
Yes, he does. That Bob, yeah.
Yeah, so when you hear it, it sounds really, really nice. Actually, some people were saying, you know, he might even sound better than Bob Marley. I don't know about that, but because it's a legend, but he's incredible, absolutely incredible, and very sweet people. The Marley family is very sweet. They stayed the whole time to make sure that everyone got their photo, and not only that, actually, my aunt was a big fan of him, and actually stayed to make sure that I got a video. And he says, "Hey, Yoconda," my aunt's name, Yoconda. Pura vida, we love you. So he will do it. He's one of the, honestly, the Marley family I love.
Now I'm jealous. I wish I was there because Bob Marley.
Oh my goodness! Everyone begged me for a ticket when I was promoting that event, and the thing was, I tried getting people in for free. Couldn't do that.
Oh my God.
Two. I even the people that tried to pay, I tried giving them a ticket. Like, hey, like here's the link for them to pay. It was invitation only. Invitation only.
Oh, yeah. You put that name out there, anything with Marley that's related to Bob Marley, whether it's his sons, his brother, or cousin, it's going to pack, okay, because everybody. It's like Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses.
Of course.
Oh, my God. Now, when I was at the Winterfest, they had Boys to Men perform. But somebody said Axl Rose is hanging around in the casino. They tried to get him to come in, but I don't know what he was doing. I said, oh my God, if he comes in here and performs Welcome to the Jungle, this place is going to explode. Oh my God, definitely. But that is great. Oh, now I'm jealous. Oh, but you do a lot of great things, okay?
No, honestly, I'm just glad that I'm able to do this again with you guys for Miss International World. I'm only gonna say it here. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not. I'm not. Just because I don't want. Wait, question. Do you think that any of the girls will watch this? Tell me yes or no.
Yes,
Okay,
they
I
will.
won't say it.
Ah!
I won't say it.
I see Max over there smiling because now I can see Max wants to get in on the act, okay?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be mean, except with you and all the other people. With the girls, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be cold. It's gonna be a fun time.
It's gonna be fun time.
And they know you're not mean. They'll see right through that. They know, but you can be mean.
I'm gonna be the Simon Cowell of the whole. I was gonna do that.
I love it. You know what? They need that. The Simon Cowell.
Yes.
Yes, they definitely need
Yes.
that because. And it's funny you should say that because when America's Got Talent is on, or even Dancing with the Stars, my husband says, "Why are you so mean?" I said, "That one can't sing. That one can't dance." He says, you'd never be a judge. I said, well, I can be a judge. Guess what? Everybody's getting a 2.
Well,
Very few going to get a 10 from me. So I'm mean.
but you know something. I don't know how you are. I think you are mean, but sometimes. But you know something. I think I'm gonna be cold. I have been mean with the last time I did it, but I believe it's because there's a reason for it, and it's because we expect the best, and it's not because we hate these girls. We actually love these girls so much that we have that hate.
You have that hate. Exactly. Exactly.
So
And
So it's because we expect more. Our standard is high, so we want you to have a higher standard than us.
And I love it because they need that, because we really want to take Miss International World to another level. So by you doing that, we will get to that level.
So come on, you have somebody that has sang in front of the one only Frankie Valli, okay? One that's played with K Money Marley, like violinist.
There you
Like we can't expect less. Like we can't accept less. We can't.
Thank you. I love it. But anyway, we've only got a few minutes left, so what would you say to our viewers, and what words of encouragement? And I know you have a lot of words of encouragement.
I said all the words of encouragement. I think that's what this interview was. But I will say this: keep doing what you're doing. Please listen. If this is what you love, just don't ever give up whatever you're doing. If you're having a hard time doing this or that, then find the time to keep doing what you're doing. And listen, if you believe that you can be in Miss International World, be Miss International World, come out. You might win, and even if you don't, you might have great connections. It might lead to a better door. That's what I leave you girls with, guys or girls with. That if a door closes, it's okay, because it leads you to the right one.
You perfect. And I always say that to all my girls, okay? And I'm going to say this, my closing remarks to the viewers. Whether you're in a pageant or whether you're an entertainer, never give up. And you just heard that right from Steven. A door will close, but another door will open, and you never know who's sitting in that audience that say, hey, you didn't win the main title, but I want you for this. You never know if Steven Spielberg's sitting in the studio and says, hey, I'm going to make a movie. I think this girl is perfect, or this person is perfect. So never give up the ship. Never give up your dreams. And anybody coming into this organization is a winner. Whether you get crowned that main title or not, you're all winners. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this show as much as I did. This was absolutely fantastic. And for all our viewers out there, no matter what you're doing, never give up. And as always, we thank you for tuning in to Make Our World Your Runway. We'll have another special guest next week, but this topped it all. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks so much.
And we will see you again. Have a great weekend.
¡Cuilas! ¡Me extrañaron! Esta noche, solo esta noche, tenemos a más chima de 57. Solo para dar amor a 506. Lucía, cuéntanos el amor ya de una, porfa.
De tus mentiras ya me cansé, ya sé que no eras para mí. Y aunque sea difícil aceptarlo, es el momento de partir. Ya fue suficiente contigo, solo me espera más sufrir. No es un juego del que menos siente, no es vida vivir así. De tus mentiras ya me cansé, ya sé que no eras para mí. Y aunque sea difícil aceptarlo, es el momento de partir. Ya fue suficiente contigo, solo me espera más sufrir. No es un juego del que menos siente, no es vida vivir así.
ese año más sucio que Salo, el único gato que quiere. Mujerona me vio, le dije, ¿qué pasó? Tengo piscina y te invito para quemar unos kilos. Llegas con tu vestido, luego no es necesario. Tengo el dedo mágico, eso sí es necesario. Chiquita para arriba, grande por abajo, lista para acción, por eso pide más bajo. Chama, la verdad sabe, ya gana con las ganas. Ya hablamos por la maca, apretamos por el alpa, encendemos la focata, quebramos cada pijama, inventamos otra talla para llenar nueva taza. Ya lista por la rama porque ahora ya comienza. Se acabó la prueba, esta es la primera cena. Lo que hacemos una orquesta, una adicción manda. ¿Cómo se llama esto? Se llama café con leche, café con leche. No tienes sazón si te falta filete. Café con leche, siempre preparado, así que aproveche. Café con leche, no tienes sazón si te falta filete. Café con leche, siempre preparado, así que aproveche. Solo con la mirada esta chica me llama, la única morena con la... Ya quiere algo distinto, ya tengo el destino y te muestro el camino. Lo hago tan tranquilo porque soy un profesional, soy un criminal, soy el original, soy tan excepcional, de todo excepcional. Leche, 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 leche.
Than the rest. Mbappe, he's number one. Mbappe, everything done. Mbappe, he is the best. Mbappe, better than the rest. Mbappe, he's number one. Mbappe, 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 Dawn Harris, we are going to the game. Lisa Dawn Harris, we are going to the game. Bring all your friends, we are going to the game. Tickets in hands, we are going to the game. VIP suites, we are going to the game. Should we take the car or the private plane? Tell Laura to bring her husband and you bring your dame. So let us celebrate the winning team with champagne. Mbappe, 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 Mbappe,